What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning back in to the channel. I hope you're ready for another reading because that is all I have to offer you. Um, I know I already did a moon message reading with all my moon oracle cards, but it wasn't specific for this new moon that we're having in Leo today, the 16th. So, I wanted to come in and get some new moon specific messages for you. I'm going to be using this Divine Circus Oracle cards to get a general theme. And then we will go from there. Get a good shuffle real quick. Sorry for the noise in the background. I have cats. Alright, so let's see what the theme for this reading is going to be. I'm going to take this card, put the rest over here, and we have Supernova. I love this card. I love this card so much because it says that any discomfort that you are feeling right now, especially if your life seems out of sorts, it's supernova. Things are exploding so that they can condense and come back. And when you land where you're gonna be, I hope I'm making sense. But a supernova, it explodes and then it comes back in on itself. And everything's exploding. Everything is kind of crazy. Everything may seem out of your control right now. But when the dust settles, when everything lands, you're going to be exactly where you need to be, exactly where you're supposed to be, living a life that is everything that you want it to be. Basically, it's going to be so good that you're going to not forget the experience, but you're gonna forget how uncomfortable it really was before. It's not everything is gonna make sense, but it's not gonna make any sense at the same time. And I'm not making any sense, so let's just keep going. Let's see, what other messages do we have for this new moon in Leo? Okay, we have communication is key, new moon in Gemini, and prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. There's a lot of new moon energy showing up today, and the end of a tough cycle approaches is underneath the deck. I do feel this has more to do with finance and career than anything else. I feel like if you're unhappy in your current work situation, conversation can change that, especially if you feel like things are kind of falling apart is what I'm getting, especially with this supernova, because it is kind of like the energy of everything is falling apart, but it's only falling apart so that it can come back together. That's what I was trying to say in the beginning. Coming out, new moon. Again, it says fresh start, new beginnings. So, and I'm going to take this underneath the deck card. It says magic wand, focus your energy on one thing. That's kind of been the energy that's been coming out in the last couple readings I've done, where you need to get really focused on one thing that you want, and or not even one thing that you want, but because you can still want multiple things, but the thing is, don't try to obtain everything at once. Focus on one thing at a time and allow that to come into fruition before you move on to something else. I definitely feel like your manifesting efforts will be best the most fruitful, sorry, is what I'm trying to say, if you do focus on one thing at a time. I do feel there's a lot of new moon energy happening here. And we have listen and learn coming out underneath this deck. Sorry if you can hear the noise outside. But it's like communication is key. I feel like a conversation is going to need to happen. This could be with a person. This could be with like spirit guides or ancestors. This could be synchronicities. I'm also getting, excuse me, synchronicities that I'm also getting where if you stop and listen to the messages that you're being given, you will be able to figure out what your next moves should be. I feel like this new moon is going to be bringing a lot of clarity. We have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I was getting Korean finance. You could be in this energy where you feel like you're being left out in the cold. Things aren't going the way that you want them to go. Money may not be the way that you want it to be. But I do feel like things are going to be changing around that, or maybe not immediately changing, but you're going to get some insight and ideas on how to change that for yourself. Yeah, we have the Hanged Man coming out. I definitely feel like this is gaining a new perspective. Purposefully pressing pause, because I also was getting kind of like hermit mode vibes where it might be time to go within. I'm getting keep it secret, keep it safe is what's popping into my head right now, where you might need to go in and reflect on the way that things have been. The Devil, figure out what chains are binding you and remove them, release yourself from them. And I do feel like it could be a toxic work environment, a position that's just no longer serving you. And you could either find a position that's coming in, or you will be like, start looking for a new position. But I do feel like if this is work related, there's definitely going to be, yeah, the Ten of Pentacles just fell out and the Death card. There's going to be a transformation happening that is going to lead to this Ten of Pentacles. Your abundance, your stability, justice. I feel like the scales are definitely being balanced. There's a lot of major arcana coming out, so I do feel like this is a major shift. If it's not career and finances, this could be any other part of your life. Take it how it resonates, where you feel left out in the cold, where you feel maybe that all of your efforts are being exhausted, but nothing is changing. And with this Hanged Man, you are reflecting inward, releasing the chains that bind you. And it could even be chains that you have put yourself in, subconsciously or consciously, and needing to release yourself from those, having this radical transformation, this radical change, this fresh new start, and focusing on what you want. Let's get a couple more. Yeah, we have the Eight of Swords, and I definitely feel like, and the Nine of Swords coming out. And I do definitely feel like there is some like mental blockage that is keeping you. And I've definitely, for some, I feel like it's subconscious, and that's where the communication comes in, where you may need to get in tune with yourself and communicate honestly with yourself. Reflect with this Hanged Man on what's been going on and how you can take, like, what areas of this situation can you take responsibility for and change, because you can't change how anybody else perceives or deals or feels about what you got going on, but you can definitely change any aspect that you control, right? In the situation. So, what are we gonna do next? We are going to get a secret language of the soul message and probably call it a day. So let's see. What advice do we have for this new moon? I'm hearing new year, new me, even though it's August. Time isn't real, so you can reinvent yourself whenever you want. You don't have to wait till New Year to do that. We have make your life more interesting. It says explore the unexpected. Yes, enhance your intimate relationships. Deeper connections await. So this could be romantic for someone, or even like a business partner situation, or like a familial relationship or something that you've been feeling left out in the cold. This could be a conversation where you're like waiting for somebody to come to you and say something, but in all reality, you may need to be the one to start that conversation. I am getting that there's going to be some kind of radical shift. I've been feeling that personally, especially with the supernova card, where everything is kind of falling apart and exploding for it to settle and land where it needs to be. And I just got, if you guys heard my phone ringing, I take that as confirmation. So yeah, expect a radical shift happening sometime within the next couple weeks. I feel like in between now and the full moon, because we do have another full moon in August. I definitely feel like things are going to be shaken up, but the outcome is going to be better than where you started. Anyway, hopefully this resonates. Hopefully I made sense, and hopefully something else. Okay, bye.